I was robbing a bank in Lebanon, and the biggest problem was the guy wasn't stopping me. You can use this like to break into a Tesla. And you can relay this into the Tesla so it makes it look like so it thinks the key is in place.
On my way back from my trip to SECON, the conference that I attended in New Jersey.
So my name is Ruben, and I am the founder of a company called Dubb.
Key takeaways from this conference.
Social engineering is becoming an ever more growing threat out there, and it's great that conferences like this exist to help spread that awareness.
My three main points were, number one is that people overtrust and people are lazy. We all know someone that kind of overtrusts, and we all know someone that's lazy, and that person might be us with respect to cybersecurity and passwords and just protecting ourselves, going through the right measures. Second point was that if you want to beat a fraudster, think like a fraudster.
If you want to beat a fraudster, think like a fraudster.
What would a fraudster do to your business, to your platform, to your system, to your community? What would they do? What could they do? How could they game the system? If you think like them, then you can mitigate, prevent. And if you want to beat a fraudster, think like a fraudster. Third point was we need heroes. The heroes are the ones that save us, and a lot of the times they don't get credit because they're behind the scenes and people don't really see them, but it's them that keep us safe and keep our infrastructure safe. And people that are trying to protect us are really our heroes. And I was really kind of speaking to the audience, which is cybersecurity, IT. As with anything, I think it's all about the people that make something. I used to be afraid of public speaking, and I still am to a certain extent.
Everyone stand up and just let the juices flow.
You know, I constantly try to get confidence and to feel comfortable, not read from slides. I would introduce a big important line, and then I would just storytell throughout the slide. What I didn't have was a cybersecurity experience. The event organizer, after the event, she actually put something on Facebook, which is really cool. Said I was really nervous to have a non-cybersecurity professional come in and talk as a keynote speaker for this event. But we loved your speech, and it was great, and it was human, and it was a different perspective. It's important for people to hear from outsiders just to get a different take. I think we all get myopic, and we all get sort of stuck in our industries, and we're hearing the same jargon and the same stuff from people in our industry, and then everyone's sort of copying from that person. So, when a fish out of water shows up, it's just a different perspective. Just to talk about New York, those of you guys who haven't been to New York, I mean, it's an incredible experience, and it's like no other place on the planet. People don't really waste a lot of time on niceties, not to generalize, but I kind of noticed that you're in, you're out, you get your stuff done, that's New York. I think it's really easy to quickly adapt and just to realize that it's a hustle and it's a bustle city. I think people respect the hustle and the bustle of the city. You guys got some takeaways from this. If you are into speaking, that you practice and in front of a camera and in front of a mirror to really make yourself feel comfortable. Figure out a way to have a fresh perspective. Keep your thoughts really simple, just down to a couple of key kind of high-level idea. Win people on personality and win people on, honest storytelling. Not trying to, impress them with too much stuff because that's a slippery slope.
One of our technicians was able to create this. This is a RFI scanner, and you can use this like to break into a Tesla. And then you can relay this into the Tesla so it makes it look like so it thinks the key is in place. But this becomes the key. If anybody plugs this into any kind of electronic device, it then builds up a charge and it totally destroys any circuitry inside the device. But if I go into your server room and I start plugging this into all your servers, I just wiped out your company. So notice there's no device attached to it. It looks just like a regular cable that you get from Apple. It's plugged in. But if that was something bad, it'd have been really bad. It's just a cable. I was in a job in Boston just in January, and I plugged this into 8 people's computers. Then I pulled the detonator out, pushed the button. They see the notepad pop up, see it test completed successfully. They did not correlate that. That was a little unusual. Humans are they're not just conditioned to question the unusual. It's like they don't want to ask questions. They don't want to think, that looks suspicious, should do something about it. And so that's where we come in. We help give them that impetus to go like, you need to test this. You need to train your users better on being more suspicious when these kind of activities happen. I don't care how great your security is on your network. If I have physical access to the device, I own your network. It's just that simple. These glasses are video recording glasses. This is a video recording watch, and this is a video recording pen. So I don't have to remember what your answers are. I can play them back later over that 2-hour period and I can get all your different password reset questions.
So what do you think about SECON 2019?
I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a great place for not just education, but a great place to network and find other people that have your similar interest and learn from them. It's not about just like looking to see like, oh look, this is broken. It's like, it's like, how do we fix it? There's a problem that we need to get fixed. I was robbing a bank in Lebanon, and the biggest problem was the guy wasn't stopping me. So I'm sitting down behind the teller line, and I'm like just twirling in the chair like, hello, I'm not supposed to be here. And then finally I see this server that's working, that's turned on, and it's running. So it's got to be doing some kind of day-to-day business. I tap the teller next to me, and I start like, what's the user ID and password for this machine? He gives it to me. Wow. The user ID and the password are the same thing, which sort of makes me want to cry a little bit. And so I just log in, I gracefully shut it down, I unplug it, and they're no longer doing the business it's supposed to be doing, and I start walking out with it going like, maybe they'll notice this, you know? And as soon as I get to the door, he goes, excuse me, can I help you? Well, that's a passive statement. I could have said like 5 different things that allowed him to like, you know, let me go through, but I was trying to get caught, and I was like, oh, you caught me. Good job. Not compromising the computer, you're compromising the person. And it's like, and you got to make sure that they understand that it's an educational experience, not something they've done wrong.
If you like this, check out more videos, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.